Hello there, and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ngani Titan. This was pretty much the last game that I recorded in the Marder II before I elited it, finally, and I can't remember which tank now that I had to elite. There's 3 tanks that branch off from the Marder II, and I'm not too sure which one of them it was that I needed. It needed around 12 or 13,000 experience. I think it was Panzersif something or other. Which is ultimately the line I need to go down if I want to go down towards the Borsig and the what do you call it, turreted tank destroyers on the German line, the lightly armoured turreted tank destroyers. So I've enjoyed the Marder. It's a pretty decent tank. It probably would be really formidable if you had actually a highly trained crew in it. But I don't. I'm training up the crew as I go along. However, it's not that big a problem at low tiers because generally the opposition don't have highly trained crews either. And I must say that I really like the Marder 38T as well. It's possibly even better than the Marder 2. Again, you just need to be very careful. You need to stay well back. Biggest problem with the Marder 2 is that at long range the accuracy was actually quite poor. The Marder 38T seems to be a better tank at longer ranges. Now, I've managed to get at least one hit of that invisible tank at the back. And quite a few enemy tanks just popped out there at the corner and allowed us to farm damage off of them. That may have been the tank that was shooting at the back, and then there's a guy here in the middle. Now he's in a Rosina. He's got a very long aim time. Very formidable shot if it lands, but it's a howitzer, so it's got a very long aim time and a very slow an indirect line of flight, so it launches up into the air. So if you move at all, there's a very good chance it misses. Now, we have pretty much devastated the enemy, but there's nobody on the the glacial road, and a light tank has popped up in our cap circles, so it was fairly imperative that I got back to try and reset the cap. Now, Marder isn't the best tank for close quarter fighting. The armour is pretty much non-existent, and it doesn't have many hit points. In fact, it's got very few hit points. So this is pretty high risk, so I'm going to just basically blaze in, try and shoot at point blank range. Missed with the first shot, so then I was closing in, and the Sexton one just barrels down the mountain there for, I think he was going for a death throw above, possibly rock solid, but I actually managed to hit the light tank first, so he landed on my location rather than on the tank. However, we're not out of the woods yet. There's a Panzer II coming down, and he's pretty dangerous as well. He's got a lot of these German light tier 3 tanks have decent enough armour, and they have pretty deadly autocannon. Now, I get struck with lag just in the middle of this thing altogether, so how I survived that particular engagement, I don't know. I must have been just jinking around like a lunatic because I was trying to control my tank and trying to keep the gun aligned on your guy and the lag at the same time. So, but I survived, I did, and at this point I realised with 9 damaging ribbons and 5 kills, I have a reasonable chance of I have a top gun. I have a reasonable chance of a top gun, but I actually had I thought I had a reasonable chance of an ace tanker game. And in fact, I felt that if I got the top gun, I was probably sure of an ace tanker game. My big problem is, of course, this lag is going to make things really, really difficult. But I thought it was worth the risk. We've won the game. I mean, I don't have to do anything else, but it was worth the risk of getting involved in the fight, even with the lag, to see if I could bag that 6th kill, because I felt that 6th kill would guarantee an ace tanker game. So I'm coming down here and I've barely got control of the tank, so I'm hoping by the time I get to the bottom here that I'll actually have some control over the tank again. because it comes and goes. You can see the bars disappear, and then I get about half bars. If I have half bars, I should have enough control to actually have some chance. So I stop the tank here because I don't want to drift too far up the hill, and then I just very carefully come up to the hill because I don't know what's up here. So we pop up, and there's artillery, and I twitched the tank there, just moved too far because of the lag. So I've momentarily lost sight, so I have to reacquire the target. So we see the Stuart, and we see we see an infantry Stuart. Managed to get a shot into him as well as the artillery, and then we managed to get a shot into the retreating artillery. But now both targets are pulling back from the ridgeline here. So I come up. I'm probably a bit too impatient here. I should probably stayed down, but I come up, and I just about missed the infantry Stuart, and that's then the end of me. I suppose I'd shot at him. I was a priority target and the easiest kill, so I got a gun out of the game. However, he's out in the open, and he has stopped moving. I'm not too sure whether he stopped moving because he's tracked, or whether he stopped moving to get a better shot. But he's trying to take out the artillery, and the artillery takes him out. So that is the end of the M3 Stuarts. So there's just a Sexton 2 left in the enemy team, and I really don't think a Sexton 2 would be up to taking out the 3 remaining tanks. Now, as a Panzer II, looks like he's only got 30% left. However, he should still be able to take out the Sexton. Although the Sexton's a pretty dangerous tank, but if he gets the first shot off, and he's got the mobility and the maneuverability that the Sexton won't have. However, the Sexton has come off the high ground. Looks like he's determined to take out our artillery, and he doesn't succeed. He gets taken out. And that is the end of that game. So, how do? We didn't quite get our top gun. So, victory. Nice piece of experience. And looks like we're top by experience, high caliber, and the ace tanker. A very good battle to end my association with the Marder II. You know, I enjoyed the tank, but it's nothing particularly special. It's a tier 3 tank. It's not something I'd probably go back to. I mean, I have premium tanks that I would be using instead of buying a tech 3 tank. So overall, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.